entry into the foreign market, which is joint venturing, licensing agreement, etc. And then you go on and give your conclusion. Now you could use your conclusion could be that your mode of entry varies in terms of the degree of control of every environment, the transaction, the cost, the resources, the ease of knowledge transfer, and the enforceability of legal rights, etc. Just put your conclusion based on what your study and what you have acquired from all the information you have gathered regarding international marketing. Now, category P4. Category P4 says that the question says that for using UAE market, for example, okay, you have to choose a material to export like rice. And then you discuss about the market entry, the export market segmentation, the reason for choosing the export as an entry mode, just other things that are required of you, as well also as comparing it to China or Saudi Arabia markets. Then you give your conclusion, and then you discuss the advantages and disadvantages of international markets. How do you go about this answer? Here for me, I use an illustration of the basmati rice in the UAE. Okay, you explain how it is entered through distributor agents or through the free trade zone as well. You use those kind of examples, or any examples you think you can come through along the line. You explain its competitive positioning. Example, like many successful American firms rely on technological and qualitative advantages to compete with often less expensive foreign competitors like Mac, like Microsoft, okay? Also the regional approach of how, of course, there's an issue with Qatar, you can't really have trade relations with Qatar, etc. Okay, then go on to discuss about the 5 factors that you must consider while your company is entering into a new market. Factors like economic factors, social and cultural factors as well, political and legal factors, market attractiveness, things like that. Political and legal factors, example like Trump's impeachment in the USA, those factors will affect market entry in the UAE as well. And then a while ago there was the Hong Kong riot. That could also affect international business as well. So use real life examples to relate use your illustration to expectively express the concept you're trying to portray here. Then you go on to talk about the advantages and disadvantages of international trading. An advantage can be optimal use of natural resources, okay, specialization as well, then large scale of production, and then disadvantage of international trade could be impediments in the development of home industries, etc. Economic independence, political independence, and more elaborate explanations given on the screen. Now, category M2 says you discuss international retail strategies of a global company like Amazon. Now, what's required of you here is to talk about a global company like Amazon and its likes, and how it is striving to different environments like China and India. Discuss how the market strategies, wholly owned subsidiaries as well, joint venturing, ethical implication, etc. And then the future, you foresee in the future with Amazon as an international company. Now, as I said earlier, give a brief description of Amazon, how it is done over the years, how its entry into the, how it has been able to effectively enter into the Indian market, what's happening in the Indian market. You can see Amazon in India is actually doing quite well. However, in China, it's not doing so well because of its arch nemesis Alibaba. So it's not doing as well as in other countries like India, like in China. So what is your conclusion based on e-commerce in India? For me, I concluded that e-commerce in India is fast growing, and it's going to keep expanding. But in China, e-commerce has really, really gone far, so it's going to keep on evolving, and different innovations in e-commerce is going to come. So it's like an expanding market. It's like the world is the footstool for e-commerce at the moment. Also talk about an example, Amazon's Go app as well, how it is used Go app to come into different markets, etc. Okay, so with all this in point, as much as possible, make your work original. Don't forget to include your references and make it as relatable to real life experiences as possible. Thank you.